This is Alex Johnson, and Alex Johnson is the president of the National Federation of Republican Assemblies. And this organization is all around the country and loves to give support, and GOP loves to receive support from them, to include Donald Trump, who spoke in front of their audience a few years ago looking for their endorsement. Why am I telling you about these people? I'm telling you about them because a few days ago, they put out a statement to all of their supporters. And in that statement, it said that Kamala Harris cannot run under the Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, which talks about citizenship. Oh yeah, they're going full birther. But it's not just that. Yes, they're saying she can't run because they don't believe not that she's a citizen, but that her parents were not citizens. And because her parents were not citizens, she could not be a citizen. But it's not just that. They cite the Dred Scott case of 1957. If you don't know who Dred Scott is, don't worry about it. I got you.
Dred Scott was a slave who lived in Missouri and eventually moved with his master to the free states of Illinois and Wisconsin. When Dred Scott's master moved back to Missouri, Dred Scott sued for his freedom, claiming that he became free when they moved to the northern free states. The Supreme Court agreed to hear the case, as they hoped it would settle political tensions surrounding slavery.
But it didn't, because Chief Justice Roger B. Taney of the United States Supreme Court led a 7-2 majority to say that a free Negro of the American race whose ancestors were brought to this country and sold as slaves is not a citizen within the meaning of the Constitution of the United States. When the Constitution was adopted, they were not regarded in any of the states as members of the community which constituted the state and were not numbered among its people or citizens. Consequently, the special rights and immunities guaranteed to citizens do not apply to them, and not being citizens within the meaning of the Constitution, they are not entitled to sue in that character in a court of the United States, and the circuit court has not jurisdiction in such a suit. He likened himself to be an originalist, which meant that in the original context, black people were considered property and therefore not people. So he concluded black people had no rights which a white man was bound to respect. And of course he violated Article 4, Section 3 of the Constitution, but he didn't care about that. He was trying to write legislation in hopes that he can show favor to the South and end the slavery question. The Civil War happened about 3 years later. And now in 2024, you have the National Federation of Republican Assemblies trying to use a ruling from 1857 to say that a person of color cannot run for office because they don't believe that they're an actual citizen. In other words, they want Kamala Harris to show her papers, just like Barack Obama in 2008. And public service announcement to all people who are not white in the conservative movement. You too will get your ethnic wake-up call very soon. They just didn't want to get rid of Kamala Harris. In that statement that they put out, they also did not want Vivek Ramaswamy and Nikki Nimrata Haley to run as well. They don't want anybody in the conservative movement unless you look like this. That picture is from 2024 GOP Republican Senate members. What do you think?